Today we will see the poem that is the ball poem. Here a boy loses a ball and he is very upset. A ball does not cost much, nor is it difficult to buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? Read the poem to see what the poet thinks that has been lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. Here, the poet John Berryman is beautifully describing a boy who has lost his ball. He gave a lesson that is full of wisdom through the loss of everyone must learn to bear the pain associated with the loss. The poet assumes a boy who is playing with a ball, and once the ball bounces out of his control and consequently falls into the water, the boy became sad, and the poet feels that no other ball will be sufficient to lessen his sadness. Here the lost ball stands for the general loss of human being. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. So, here the losses may be the loss of the personal, or here the boy lost his ball, and here the boy lost his ball. What is the boy now and who has lost the ball? What he will do now? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and the ball, once the ball bounces out of his control and consequently falls into the water, there it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the ball. So here the boy became sad, and the word suggests that the loss is not important enough to worry about. With sadness which greatly affect the boy here when he lost his ball, the sadness which greatly affect the boy, an ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy, and he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Rigid means the boy is standing stiff, seeing at one place. He became very stiff, and the poet feels that no other ball will be sufficient to lessen his sadness, because here the lost ball stands for the general loss of human being, as we can say that. So his ball went. I would not intrude on him. Intrude means here to enter a situation where one is not welcome. So a dime another ball is worthless. Now his senses first responsibility. In a world of possessions, people will take balls will be lost away. Always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. Here the losses may be the loss of personal possession, or it may be death of some near and dear ones, or due to the separation from the beloved one. As long as there is life, after that also there is life, so everyone has to bear many types of losses. Therefore we need to learn the way of bearing those losses. Means this poem is about losing something which we love and then learning to grow up. So it is about a little boy who in his young life for the first time is learning what it is like to experience grief after the loss of some much beloved possessions. Where is here his ball? Maybe for us the loss of a ball is of minor consequence. So he is learning well behind, money is external, he is learning well behind his desperate eyes Desperate means hopeless. And the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. And here, our natural maybe the loss of a ball is of minor consequence for us. Our natural reaction may be that still there are many more balls, so need not to worry. But to a boy, this is something different. One can get another ball with a very less amount of money, but money is external and immortal here, and it cannot buy back the love, and hence cannot replace the things that we love. And we can say that in this poem the boy's ball van is easily personifying with his young days, and which were happy and innocent. People may take balls just as they will take away our innocence and force us to grow up soon. And once we lose our innocence, then we cannot get it back. But despite all of these, we have to learn to stand up. Obviously, we need to be strong and get on with our life, irrespective of the sadness inside. And this is the only way we will survive. So, therefore, we have to learn to accept and let it go. Here, the poet has made the use of imagery while telling how the ball personifies the spirit of the boy's childish innocence. And we may visualize how the spirit of this little boy, like the ball, is sinking into the dark waters of water of harbors. And as it drifts further away, the little boy will learn to grow up, and that part is linked to that ball grows up as well, until it is no longer a little boy. So here it may interpret the poem literary and metaphorically both. If literary it is, then it is a soulful picture of a little boy growing up and learning to deal with the loss of the first in his possession. And if metaphorically, then it is the story of a mankind learning to deal with the loss of their beloved things or people. So this poem successfully describes how we may feel to lose something that we love and grow up eventually without it. And this beautiful poem is written by John Berryman. This explanation may help you. Thank you for your support, guys. Like, share and subscribe my channel.